We'll be back, ladies and gentlemen.
As fun as it would be to keep messing with Briar and just pretend that we're going to talk to her and not do it, unfortunately, it had to come at some point. What is up, YouTube? I'm your friendly neighborhood Endman64, and I'm bringing you the next episode of Pokemon Scarlet. In the last episode, we were down in Area 0, and we caught the last of the Paradox Pokemon that are currently available to us, including Sandy Shocks, Roaring Moon, and Koraidon. Not the Koraidon that we had, the Koraidon that we kicked the ass of, that, Professor Sadah's AI used. So, for the sake of argument, now, with nothing else holding us back, we've done pretty much everything we can do in Paldea at the moment. It's time for us to go on that field trip that Mr. Jacques told us about like 800 episodes ago. More like 80 episodes ago, but I digress. Alright, you've been here for like 8 months, so I might as well talk to you now. Are you? Oh, you must be. You're one of the students chosen for the school trip, aren't you? And your name was Mikey. Mikey, huh? Well, aren't you full of fire? You're positively dazzling. Oh, and you even have a Terra Orb. I guess Paldea is rich enough in resources for that sort of thing to be common sight at school. Unless that's not the case. Are you perhaps an especially exceptional student? Oh, but here I go on, and I haven't even introduced myself. Call me Miss Briar. I'm so sorry I'm late. Oh, hello to you too, Mikey. What a lucky scamp you are getting to take part in a school trip so soon after transferring here. It's been like 100 episodes, dude. Where have you been? I sure am happy for you. I wish I could go too. Ahem. Huh. Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Briar. I got a bit carried away. Well, as Mr. Jacques so kindly stated for me, my name is Briar. I'm a teacher over at Blueberry Academy. That's a school in the Unova region, you know. Miss Briar helps set the curriculum there. This year is Blueberry Academy's return to run our joint school trip and supervise the students. That's why I came here to collect you. We'll be heading to Kitakami, a land known for its picturesque fields and rice paddies. This place has a rustic feel, but there's also something rather mysterious about it. You see, the same energy present in Paldea's terrestrial phenomenon has been detected there. I'm hoping to do some digging into the matter myself, in between my supervising duties. Though I'd also appreciate the chance to take a good look around the great crater of Paldea. Ah yes, well there's not much I can do about that without permission from the Pokemon League and Director Clavel. Oh, I know. I've already put in all the proper applications. I trust that I'll get a favorable response soon? Oh, sorry, Mikey. Forgot all about you for a moment there. Anyway, the school trip. Think of it as a chance to continue your treasure hunt on a grander scale, to search beyond Paldea's borders. I'll even provide you with a special update to your Pokédex app, if you could get out your phone. The Kitakami Pokédex has been added to your Pokédex app, which means now we can get all of the Pokemon available in Kitakami. Unfortunately, that does not mean we have access to Froakie or Tepig just yet. That comes later. Don't worry, but it is coming. And there we go, all done. Now you can go wild registering all the Pokemon you find around Kitakami too. Oh, and don't worry about a permission slip for the trip. I already cleared things with your mom. You just go and have fun. Haha, your Mr. Jacques is quite charming, isn't he? Delightfully direct when he wants to be. Now then, Mikey, it's quite a trip to the land of Kitakami. I hope you don't mind flying, or long bus rides. Let me know as soon as you're ready to set out, won't you? Yep, we're ready. I mean, we're going to have access to the boxes, so it's not like we have an issue. Worst case scenario, I have 3 level 80 Pokemon, and a few, it's XP candy, so I think, worst case scenario, I will be more than capable of handling myself there. Are you ready to set out for Kitakami? I sure am. Great, we'll set out together as a group once the other students arrive. I hear you are all chosen for this trip by lottery, so this may be the first time you meet. I know my role is to chaperone you kids around, but I fully intend to have some fun of my own while I'm at it, just so you're aware. By the way, do you know of the Scarlet book? Of course, I've heard of it. As you should, it was the most influential book of the century on the subject of the paranormal. The author of the Scarlet book, Heath, was in fact an ancestor of mine. I even have his original manuscript. Look here, these are the pages that were blacked out and made illegible in the published version of the book. While separated from the research team in the crater's depths, I found a strange entity. Whether it was a Pokémon or even alive at all, I know not. It bore a shell with layers of overlapping hexagons and gleamed brighter still than gemstone. Viewed as a whole, it resembled a mysterious, brilliant disc. I have tentatively named this creature Terapagos. I suspect that its very body is made up of the key material that causes Pokemon to shine brightly and to crystallize. The Pokemon depicted on these pages is called Terapagos. It's a mysterious Pokemon that Heath allegedly encountered when he delved even further into the depths of Area Zero. Not that the general public believed him. It's my dream to find Terapagos and prove that Heath's records were all true. Though I haven't yet been able to secure permission to enter Area Zero, unfortunately. Lady, I literally just walked in there like 2 episodes ago. I don't think the security is particularly strong. But that's fine. It'll all be fine. All I need to do is now is focus on the work that's in front of me. Miss Briar, we're ready to go. Isn't that girl the one that's at my desk? Of course I know her. The other 2 nerds, who the hell are they? Can I trade them for my friends? That's not Nimona. I don't want Nimona here. Looks like the gang's all here. Alright everyone, to the land of Kitakami. Alright. They were not kidding when they said that the land was known for its rice paddies and its tranquil nature. It's basically like medieval China, this land. I don't have an issue with that though. I think it's freaking cool. It's completely different from friggin' Paldea in like more than enough ways. Hidden Treasure of Paldea, The Teal Mask, Part 1. I know my way around Kitakami. I've spent months here waiting for the other part to have the DLC to release. We're finally here. My butt is killing me after all those hours sitting. Haha. Well, you all survived the long trip, and we haven't lost anyone along the way. All here. Then welcome to the land of Kitakami. This is the stage for all the new experiences and learning opportunities you'll have out in nature. Ooh, look at all the Yanmas. Ooh, and Wooper. It's actually my first time here, too. Why, the rice fields are just dazzling. Up ahead is Mosui Town. That will be our base of operations for the duration of the trip. Miss Briar, I don't feel so good. Uh-oh, all that travel must have given you a dose of motion sickness, Why don't we pause here for a moment and take in the sight of these fields? Now, Mikey, I have a little request for you. Could you run ahead to the community center in Mosui and let the caretaker know we're here? It would also be great if you could explain that one of our students is feeling unwell. Sure, I got you. I knew I'd be able to count on you. On your way, then. I'll look after your poor travel buddy here. Weird thing about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is the fact that you have a lot of trainers that seem like they would have evil ambitions, and yet none of them have evil ambitions. It's very odd, but you know what? I can live with it. But look at all of the Pokemon we now have accessible to us, starting with Poochyena. Poochyena is a Dark-type Pokemon, best known from the Hoenn region. And since it's at level 54, don't worry, if you start the DLC early, this Pokemon scale up in level, so you'll have them at decent levels at that point when you go to here. But they scale them up for this point in the game, so now all the Pokemon in here will be in the 50s and 60s, which is good for us. Especially since that means once we catch Poochyena, we could just level it up once and get a Mightyena. It bares its large fangs and barks vigorously to try to intimidate opponents, but this is actually a manifestation of its cowardly nature. Okay, I like that. Not that it's particularly nice to hyenas, but I don't really care. Poochyena fine. We have a Wooper, which is good, so we don't have to catch one. But we do have to catch that Yanma that we saw. And get a TM over here. Ooh, another Nasty Plot TM. Nice. But no, there are a... Oh, hell, howdy. Howdy, Spinarak! Good lord, there are so many Pokemon we can catch here. Spinarak is a Bug-type Pokemon from the Johto region. Bug Poison type, to be exact. When it evolves into Ariados, and it's a pretty decent Pokemon, all things considered. It's just outclassed by other Bug Poison types. Namely, Venomoth. And honestly, I'd say even Beedrill's probably a bit on the better side. Even while there are prey ensnared in its nest of spun thread, Spinarak will wait motionlessly until darkness falls. That is freaking creepy, but since it's a spider, I fully expected that. Spiders are creepy, after all. Poochyena, buddy, I don't like hyenas. Do not let me sick my lion on you. Lions hate hyenas even more than I do. Hyenas. I hate hyenas. Alright, Pokédoll. Ooh, howdy, my little friend. This is Cutiefly. Cutiefly was introduced, if I'm not mistaken, in Sword and Shield. It is a fairy bug type, which oddly enough is an interesting typing because it basically a lot of its type weaknesses counteract it, which is kind of cool. Or at least fairy I don't know. It's a very interesting type, bug fairy. When it fully evolves, it's actually a really good support Pokemon, so you might want to consider using it, especially if you're looking for a fairy type for your team. When it senses the auras of Pokemon or people or Pokemon who are having fun, it will draw close and give them a painful poke. Oh my god! Why is this game obsessed with morbid Pokedex entries? Literally. Poochyena's is the only one that doesn't make my skin crawl. Sawaddle. Beautiful. Sawaddle from Black and White. It is a bug grass type Pokemon that evolves through high friendship once it reaches its second form. But when it does that, it actually becomes a really good bug type. And I don't really say that a lot about bug types. When it fully evolves into Leavanny, it basically becomes a bug type equivalent to Meowscarada, where it's a physical sweeper. It can also do good at special attacks, but frankly I've always ever heard of it being just a good physical attacker when it fully evolves. Just know that it's quad weak to both flying and fire, so if you wanted to use it with caution. Wait, I already have Ribombee? I already have Ribombee? I must have gotten it in a trade somewhere. Don't care. That's cool. That's cool. That's one less Pokemon I have to worry about. I also love the music in Kitakami. It is so tranquil. So peaceful. Potions don't really help us out here. Poochyena. My god, I could literally just sit around here this entire episode just catching Pokemon. Like Yanma. Yanma was one of the rarer Pokemon in the Johto region, but since then it's become relatively common. It is one of the many Pokemon that you can catch and evolve via teaching it the move Ancient Power. When it does learn it, it becomes Yanmega, which is one of the best sweeping Pokemon out there. It's not particularly useful for protecting itself from attacks, but it is generally a really good Pokemon in those regards for other reasons. The best part about it is that it's not just physical. It can be used as a mixed sweeper, which so few Pokemon are, that it's actually kind of sad that so many Pokemon are just like, I don't know, maybe. I always like Pokemon that can do more than one attack and do it well and effectively. Speaking of which, Corphish! Corphish is from the Hoenn region, like Poochyena. It is a water type. It'll become water dark type when it fully evolves into Crawdaunt. And the one thing I like about Crawdaunt and Corphish is that it's a absolute truck. It hits hard and it can take a lot of hits. Unless, of course, it's up against a Pokemon 30 levels higher than it. Or a Pokemon that's got insanely high special attack, or physical attack for those matters. But like I said, it hits really hard. And in general, it's a pretty decent Pokemon, all things considered. It came from overseas. It is a very hardy creature that will quickly proliferate, even in polluted streams. Jesus H. Crisps with these disgustingly morbid frickin' things. Good lord. Thank God. Tell me Whoopers is not morbid. Please tell me my boy Whoopers is not morbid. I will be very distressed if it is. Details. A transparent mucus membrane covers its body. Touching it barehanded will cause a tingling numb. Oh my freaking lord. I literally cannot catch a break. All of these Pokedex entries are morbid as hell. Alright, so trainer there that wants to battle. I'll have to hold you off for the time being. Please don't do that again, game. I do not want you to crash right now. I am very happy where I'm at right now. I don't think we can get any other Pokemon immediately until we get past the major points of the town. So I believe that's all we can get. We can't ride Koraidon right now, which is weird. I guess they're saving it for a surprise later. Why we can't. Because naturally, all of our Pokemon have to meet the people of Kitakami. I thought that was Frigibax for a second. I'm like, good lord. Hey, Whoops. How you doing? Oh. I can't climb up that way. Oh, wow. That means I had to climb all the way to the top. Yikes. I guess they don't want you to be, like, truly exploring yet, so I guess I could see that. Alright, we've wasted enough time. Let's go see some of the locals. Well, there's the main building, and I see two locals right there. No, I don't mean the guy and his Vulpix that are clearly looking like they're about to despawn. I'm talking about these two. Sis, look. There's one now. Hi there, friendo. Wow, you're very tall. I know a lot of tall girls. So, you're one of those students who came from the Paldea region, huh? Whoa, way cool. Hush, Kieran. I'm Carmine. Sorry, but I can't just let an outsider like you wander into Masui Town. If you insist on coming in, you'll have to battle me first. Come on, sis. You just want to battle. Making this big fuss over nothing. I told you to hush, Kiki. Just ignore my little brother. Oh, man. Alright, let's do this. Get into position. Oh, cool. Making me relive my memories of being bullied by my own sister. How wonderful. I'm going to have some real good fun with you. Alright. Our first battle is with Carmine. She talks a big game, but she sucks. She sucks. It's basically introducing you to the Kitakami Pokemon. And welcome to Kitakami. For your first experience, get ready to eat dirt. Look, sweetie, your Poochyena is 22 levels lower than my Crocodile. But at least your little brother's still cheering for you. He reminds me of myself a lot. Good kid there, Kieran. Good job, Crookie. Carmine is about to send out Poltergeist. Keep my Pokemon in there. Crunch, baby! Poltergeist is basically Kitakami's version of, you know, the Poltergeist family. In fact, I think we already have one. Thanks to thanks to the surprise trading, which we can't really do much with. But whatever. Carmine is about to send out Vulpix, her last Pokemon. Actually, maybe Kieran's rooting for me. I don't know. Either way, nuke it with an Earthquake. We show mercy to nobody. Least of all girls that think they're hot shit. I know a girl in my region who thinks she's hot shit. And all she is just a stalker. Meowscarada wants to learn Night Slash. In lieu of Bite, absolutely. Absolutely do that. Nice. My Demon Croc. Who are you? The greatest trainer in the history of Paldea, bitch. Kiss them muscles. Wowzers, you went and beat my sis? I can't believe it. There's no way you should have been able to beat me. Fine, I guess you pass. Barely. Seems I got no choice. I'll let you into town, but only if you agree to become one of my grunts and do every little thing Oi, what are you doing, causing a ruckus out here? Here comes trouble. Come on, Kiki, we're out of here. But I... Wait up, sis! Why, hello there, stranger. You must be one of the students from that Paldean Academy, right? I help run the community center here in Mosui Town, and a fair few other things besides. I'll be looking after your group during your visit. I hope those two kids weren't giving you any grief just now, were they? I murdered them. My croc ate their souls, so we're good. I hardly know what to do with the two of them, especially that Carmine. Always been a handful, that one. I apologize if she gave you a hard time. It's all good. What's that? A member of your group fell ill down by the bus stop. I'd better get over there and give them a hand so they can make it into town. I'll take care of everything. You go ahead and get yourself settled in at the community center. We'll catch up with you soon. Okay. Interesting welcome to Kitakami we've had here. We got some new Pokemon we can see. We got some rewards. And what did we get for it? We got a PP up. Okay. Next up is a bottle cap. Nice. We should be able to catch pretty much every Pokemon in this game with the exception of a few lines, which are going to be a little bit of a bitch to catch, but hey, who the hell knows? We'll have some fun along the way. Thank you guys for joining me. I'm your friendly neighborhood Endman64. Join me next time when we delve deeper into the DLC here in Kitakami. We're going to be here for quite a while, so I trust we better, I don't know, get acclimated to the surroundings, I guess. I don't know. Until we meet again, my lovelies, sayonara.